Hello. Hello. Let me... I have a bit of a different setup today because I have my drawing tablet. So I have to decide where I want to look. Move my mic around. Purple mode engaged. Hello, Aurora. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that's right, Aurora. I'm shaking my head. SMHing my head. Getting all sick on the one day that I ask for. Can't believe it. Unacceptable. Chose to get sick just to avoid me. I know. I know the truth. I know the truth. Died too hard, sorry. The E-sex was too crazy. You heard it from Aurora first. Heard it from Aurora first. You heard it. Yeah. It's on record now. It's on record. Anyway, what I will be doing by myself today is doing a little bit of drawing. I have a Bob Ross video, a paint along to Bob Ross that I am going to do. I'm going to do it. I'll figure it out. Hold on. Shoot, what is it? What am I doing? What am I thinking? I can't think. Why am I doing all this? Wow. What a lapse in mind power. Mind power. Brain power. I'm going to draw. And I'm going to have a Bob Ross video. And he's going to teach me how to paint. But I have a digital pen. So I'm going to do it as close as I can. And we'll see how it goes. That's the idea. Kana, you mean to become the thinker? Always. You didn't see it, but I brought my hand up and I tapped my forehead. Because I'm so smart. I was pointing at my big honkin' brain. Anyway. True. So true. True that. Let's transition to the next screen. Not. Anyway. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. This should be visible to everybody. I have my canvas. I have the video. I have the me. I'm going to make the me a little bigger, actually. Look at me. I am so powerful. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't. Hold on. There we go. Okay. I don't know. Let's just start, I guess. See how this goes. I've even got my brush, like, I don't know. It has noise and it will like overlap with itself. Hopefully that's good. It should be interesting at least. Okay. Voice crack. The painting Bush. Thank you. Thank you, Nuz.
Hi.
Is it audible, I assume? I'm gonna make him quiet. And I'm hoping I don't get shot. Club Studio has actual paintbrushes. I use the gouache one. Yes. Gouache? It's audible, which is today's sponsor. It's not. Yeah, it's not. Please, if I ever got a sponsor, I would be shocked. Which one do you use? I don't know. Oh, is it here? It's gonna be one of these, isn't it? Gouache. This one? This one. Okay, I'll use this one. Okay. Anyway, there we are. I'll use it. Let's get started.
Welcome back. Certainly glad to see you today.
Thank you, Bob Ross.
Today we do the little painting that you see at the beginning of the show, the little animated opening. I'll show you step by step how that one was made. Now, it will not be an exact duplicate of the painting that you see on the opening.
I would only assume
exactly how it was made.
This is Bridge to Autumn, by the way. Season 31, episode 7. I saw it and I was like, that's beautiful. Now, I am going to try my best to not get copyrighted for this. But if it happens, it happens. Think of all of the money I'm earning from this video, all of the $0.
Start out and have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with us.
Okay.
While they're doing that, as usual, let me show you what I've got up here. Got an 18 by 24 inch pre-stretched double prime canvas, and I've covered the entire canvas with a very thin coat of liquid white, so it's wet and slick and all ready to go. So let's just take old 2-inch brush and start off here and have a little fun. I'll start with a little touch of the bright red, a little yellow ochre, maybe a little cad yellow, all mixed together. Something like so.
All right.
Not a lot of paint, just a little. And let's go up in here and very lightly just put in a quick little sky. The little sky.
That color. Let's get rolling on this, shall we? What is that color he's got? A warmish. Hit a little bit of red, a little bit of yellow, orange. So it's going to be in here somewhere. It's more on the yellowy side. Lighter orange. Bright, but not super saturated. Let's say somewhere in there, maybe. We'll go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then that just about, probably. Studying classic techniques of the ring. Yeah, that's right.
And that was sort of an orangey yellowish color, just a very nice color.
I'm just gonna make sure
a little darker than you want
that I know where it is.
The liquid white that's already on the canvas and get lighter and lighter as you work down. And that's really about all there was to making the sky in that little painting. Just something like so. There we are.
A little more.
Couldn't be any simpler, could it? That's all there is. Okay.
And it's kind of just as he says. It's gonna be a little more like that. And then as it gets down, it would be a little. I'm getting a call. Not a call, a clock. Not a clock, a timer. Got there eventually. And this is too hard. It's too harsh. Let's get a softer white. Maybe what we do is we erase instead. Maybe that's gonna be nicer. Let's go back in with the brush. Oops. I mean, I guess we'll use this as the texture. Why not? We'll do that. We'll go back to the erase. And I'll do something like that. So looks just about like what he did. It's good enough. Maybe the gauche was a bad call on my part. That is a very strong brush. It will do. I can always lower opacity and all sorts of stuff too. But for the blending amount, I think it is probably fine. If I just erase after. Yeah. Alright, Mr. Ross.
Okay, let's have some fun. Today I'm going to make a big pile of bread.
Oh, that's a little more red. Hold on. Maybe if I come up here and I like... How's that instead? I like that. That's good. We'll stick with that. Hesitantly.
Well, using sap green and alizarin crimson in about equal parts. About equal parts. The two together make a gorgeous, gorgeous brown. Gorgeous brown. One of our instructors, Audrey Golden, who lives in Florida, calls it Christmas brown because you use red and green. That's a good analogy.
Okay. I bet I could do it like, hold on. If I see the red that he did kind of a bit of a red more on this side. It's to be something along those lines. Go ahead and paint that on. And then I take the like sage green that he had. That's more towards yellow, I would say. Darker, less saturated. Thereabouts. Seems about right. Then I get another one and I do that. Then I can overlay both of them? No, that's not how it works. I'll just 50% their opacity. Oh, my keyboard is in a weird spot. Back to normal. Back to normal. How would I get it? Do we do that as full and then that? It's an overlay, maybe? Ooh, that looks close. That, but like a little darker. Okay. There we go. Oh dear young man, what are you doing? I got it. Okay. Leave me alone.
There we are. Okay. Now then, wipe off the old knife. Basically, all we did here to make all the little background trees, I'm just using the same old dirty brush, it doesn't matter. Tap in a little bit of color, this brown color, right into the bristles. And you just decide basically where you want to start, and off you go. Maybe there's a happy little tree lives right there. And all we're looking for is just very, very basic shapes. We're not looking for a lot of detail.
Dry.
Not a lot of detail. This is background trees. Close. We had a little covered bridge in there. So this is just background material for the little bridge. There.
It's got a little red in it.
Opening's neat, isn't it?
But let's start with this.
The title comes out of there, it sounds like an old car. That's another invention of my good friend here, Jerry Morton, who's one of the engineers. Jerry comes up with these ideas for the opening and don't know where he gets them, but I really enjoy working with him. Here we are. He's like the rest of us. He's about half crazy, and that's what it takes to work here and to do this. But see, that quick, we just put in a little background, just a little background. All right. Now then, you sort of have to decide at this point where the water is going to be. There's a little bit of water here that the bridge goes across. We don't see a great deal of it, but a little. So you bring these trees down to basically where you want water to be. All right.
Then we will grab this layer. I think I put it a little low. Sorry, I can if I can do that properly. Okay. And then we're gonna get some of the red. And then a little bit of this, but like nothing. But like nothing. Like, I don't know. Drop the opacity. Oh, maybe move it a layer down. No, I don't like that. Something like that. Yeah. It's good enough.
Let's say we're getting pretty close right about there.
Okay. Let's go back in with the brown again. Make sure it's the primary color that we're getting in. Maybe I drop the opacity of all of it a little bit. Because it is... His is so much gentler. It's hard to get the gentle. Maybe I drop it to like 80. And then I take a smaller brush and I try to get in the... And then I can blend it in a little bit more, like that. If I go back to my soft brush, or my soft eraser, I can start to smooth it out a little bit. Maybe do even smaller for this, but want to make sure some of the areas stay a little more free of stuff. This one. And then just a hint of the oranges or so. You know, I don't have the exact colors and techniques that he has, so I'm doing my best to try and recreate it. And then we can combine all of them and try to do some careful blending. Just at these parts where the colors are meeting each other. I think that looks pretty good, though I would say my background is still a little short, so what I'm going to try to do is just pull it down like that, stretch it out a little bit. Okay. That's just about the best I'm gonna get, I think.
Used to, when I was a traditional painter, to paint this many trees this quick would have taken me forever. Here, use old 2-inch brush, just knock it in.
Tell me about it.
To it. Okay, let's take our liner brush. Old number 2 script liner.
I'm not gonna worry about it.
A little bit of that same brown color that
I'm worrying about it. Hold on. This brown is not like red enough. Like it should be red. I think the brush is just too like extreme. If I dropped it, it's like low opacity. Oh, good enough. We'll leave it.
We make the
Smau.
crimson and the sap green. Mix the paint here with
Smau.
thinner until it's very thin, very, very, very thin. Turn.
Okay. Let's try the thin gouache brush. And this is very like that.
Turn the bristles in there. It brings it to a nice sharp point. Okay. And then we'll go up here and you just sort of look around and pick out places you think there would be little trunks and stems and limbs and all those things Peapod and all my little friends play on out here. There.
I see. Darker. A little more red. That's a little too thin. Still too thin, I think. A little less saturated. Not that. Not that either. I think a little darker with a little less opacity. A little more. Maybe a little more red. It'll do. So something like what's he thinking?
Just put in a few little indications.
No, that makes sense. Hold on. No. Something along those lines. I'm back. This burrito kicking my ass. Oh dear.
It's up to you. It's totally and completely up to you.
Okay. I get the gist. want to add a little bit of thickness to the branches, you know. I do that too. I focus so hard my mouth starts hanging open. I stick my tongue out for sure. I do that. I do that. Oops, I don't like that. Probably adding too many, but I can go back through and cull them. I can cull the branches. So I'm not worried too much about it. I like drawing trees and branches and stuff. I think I'm relatively skilled in that department, but you know, maybe I just suck and I think I'm awesome. Oops. Okay. Oh wait, hold on, I see this little spot down here. No. Yes. Okay.
There, old tree needs some arms to hold up all this.
Forgive me for skipping through. I would just like to see when he's done.
There we go.
With the trees. Okay. Way too many. So let's get rid of the ones I don't like as much. This one's too long. I kind of like how that one follows up. I kind of like those two being down there. And I know he doesn't have the ones by the riverside. but I'm going to keep them just in case. For the most part. Okay, I think that's better. Now let's see what he's up to. Trees.
Something about like so.
Tweez.
And then with that, we can start.
Hold on.
Okay. All kinds of different colors right into the. I'm going to take. Okay.
Excellent.
Oh, brush is working pretty good. We'll go right on back tip. I'm going to take the same brush and begin tapping it into the yellows and the red, the bright red. And just go around, try them all. That way you're loading all kinds of different colors right into the bristles of the brush. Okay, now, let's just sort of test it. See if it's bright enough. If it's the color we're looking for, maybe I'll add a little more yellow. There we go. Something about like so.
Okay. He's gone for a pretty saturated golden yellow.
And then with that, we can start. I'm going to put a little touch of liquid white in there. I want to thin it down a little more.
A little more.
There we are. Now it sticks very easy. Thin paint will stick to a thick paint. Always remember that. And there's one. Maybe Jack Frost has touched this one. It's up to you. You decide.
I see.
But these are just using little colors and just a 2-inch brush and just tapping them in. Just tapping it in. That's all there is to it. All right, maybe. Why not? There. But isn't that
Okay, so we got the autumn spread on the tops of the trees. Let's drop it again. Yes, 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 this is where the fun begins. It's fun time. So do a sort of yellow. He does all the trees, I'm sure. Hold on. Yeah. Dip a little into the yellow, dip a little into the green, dip a little into the red. I get you. He doesn't do it as much at the base of the tree, but like at the edges, it's very strong. Okay. I think that's good for yellows, at least for now. Let's do some more reddish. Something like that. Yeah, look at that. Autumn leaves. I love that you misspelled both of those. It greatly amuses me. Yes, you understand the humor. Yes. I do. I do understand. I try to, at least. No, we'll just leave that. It's like a brown in the background. I'm keeping this stream open, but it's time for exams. Yeah, it is. It is around that time, ain't it? For most schools. The school I'm near actually graduated today, so. or yesterday or today. So, good luck. Good luck. Thank you for keeping the stream open. I appreciate you. That'll do for that kind of red. Let's move to like an orangey. Now a little more brown. And then we'll do this tree as an orange tree. I think making it a tad brighter helps it splash a little more. Maybe it was a little too bright, but whatever. And then he went kind of like into like a almost greenish, beginning to be green, yellow. More yellow. More yellow still, I think. What if we did overlay? Whoa. Not what I want, but cool. It's definitely a little much. But let's get... Hold on. Let me get this like red. To help mix it a little more. And like this yellow. Help it take back some of that space. Oop. Yeah, more like that. And then maybe what I do is I do that. And then I take a new layer. And then just on the edges, I apply it. And then I get like the red. And the yellow. Let's put the yellow in the green portions too. Hopefully yellow it out a little more. That looks better, I think. Get a little bit of layering. Very good, thank you. I'm trying.
You decide. You have to make these big decisions where all these things live. You decide. You can make many, many, many
I think
layers,
these are
though.
too much.
That easy. That easy. Okay. I've got several whole 2-inch brushes going. Let's take.
Okay.
I'm going to take a little black and add it to that brown. I want a darker color, stronger color. And just tap a little right into the brush. And maybe right in here, we'll put a few little trees, bushes that are a little closer, a little darker, just to help push everything back.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So we're gonna go in here, brown, darker, blacker. We'll take our tri-gouache brush. And what's up? We're painting bushes.
Illusion of distance. There, we just let them fade off. We don't care where they go over there. That's that same brown color with midnight black in it. There we are. I like that color. Let's get crazy here. We'll take a little more of that. We're going to have water in this painting.
Okay. Yeah, and then a little more like, got some going along there. Let's take our, there it is, soft eraser. Erase a little bit as it sort of fades off in that direction. Okay.
The bridge covers up. We'll take that same color, black, and that brown we made, and just pull it straight down. Straight down, straight down. It's important to go straight down. There. We don't care where it goes here. Don't worry about it.
We're going to lighten it a little bit on our end.
Because as you know,
because I can't really do
we don't make mistakes. We just have happy accidents in our world.
I'm going to go with the
See there? A little bit over here, wherever you think it should be.
Yeah, okay.
There, I'll darken that a little bit right in there.
I know it looks not so great, but give me just a second, all right? take this. We're basically just going to cut it all off round about where I would want it to be cut off. And then we will take the hard brush let's try to I know I'm not using the paintbrush type thing right now, but cut me a little slack, all right. We'll take a blend. Bad. And then get our eraser back.
And just pull it straight down. I know you get tired of hearing me say that over and over, but if you make these lines go at an angle, your reflections just absolutely will not look right. Then we'll go across. And that's really about all we're going to do. Most of this we're going to cover up, but it'll give the impression of a little bit of water back here. Just a small amount. That's all we're looking for. Now we can take our knife, a little bit of white, a little Van Dyke brown, dark sienna mixed together.
Hey, hold on, my good sir, hold on. Hold on, mister. I'm not ready yet. I haven't done the horizontal. I see. Okay. My stuff is in such a weird What happy accidents are being conceived? Me? Me? I am. I am happy and an accident. So... I don't know. I don't know if that's good, but we'll give it a shot.
That's all we're looking for. Now we can take our knife, a little bit of white, a little Van Dyke brown, dark sienna mixed together. A little more white in there. There, I want it marbled.
Uh-oh.
Put a little black in there too.
Marbled.
To gray it. Very good, I like that, right there. Little roll of paint. Little roll of paint. You just sort of play around with the color till you find what you're looking for. Just gonna put the indication here and there.
Okay. It's like maybe that? Obviously a thicker brush, but... No, it's like darker than that. Okay, these two are obviously too extreme on the darkness. That's better. Yeah. Yeah.
Few little things that live right out here. The water's edge. Something like that. Just a little soil. Something about like that. And we can let's take a little yellow ochre, a little touch of white.
Hold on. Mr. Rise, hold on. I'm trying. And then he like... runs through it. Obviously not with an eraser like I'm doing, but I'm trying to mimic it a little bit. And then I also wanted to get rid of a couple of the branches that I drew in, because I feel like they're making this side awkward. No, I kind of liked those. I'm gonna keep those. And I like that one, so I'm gonna keep that one too. It's fun seeing what the digital equivalent to Ross's instructions are. I wouldn't say they're the equivalent, but I am trying. I am trying.
Just enough to tint that a little. Don't want much, don't want much. Don't.
Oh no. Okay, so I have to take this, and he says add a little ochre to it. Just enough to tint it a little. But not all too much. Like that?
Not much, just enough to tint it. There. A little lighter color.
Yeah, like that, but it's like I need to blend it a little bit. Oh, that looks good though. I jump scared myself with trees, and I'm pleased with myself. Tree jump scare.
And sometimes you can take a fan brush, we'll put a little touch of light color, a little white on it, and lift up just to blend it together so that it all comes together. It looks like a nice little area right along there.
Shit. How do I do that? I mean, realistically, I probably do. I mean, trust me, trust me. Hold. Trust. Oh wait, I can do this. And then I can erase what wasn't included in that. And then, I don't know. Let's do 60. And erase soft. Ahoo-wee. Woo-wee. We just want like a little bit of a glow, I suppose. Like that. Where did I put these bushes? Oh, god damn it. Hold on, I have to protect my drawing glove from getting stuck on this. You know, those like things that you use to manage your chords? It was like pulling on. Oh, now I have strings coming out of my drawing glove. God damn it. Anyway, I'm gonna erase some of that nonsense. Oh, that's down here, isn't it? Nope. Down here. Yeah. Okay. Back to
see
what he's up to.
Right at the water's edge. Sneaky, huh? And it's very simple. Very simple. There we are. Now, take a knife, a little touch of liquid white. I'm gonna put a little bit of blue in it. Little bit of Prussian blue in it, just enough to tint it, and cut across, just like so. Then we can go up in here, put the blue in there just to dull that a little bit. I don't want it bright white.
Okay.
Don't want it too bright. In this particular painting, a real bright waterline to me wouldn't look right. But if you...
So we get the blue. And we make it just a little.
You put it in wherever you want.
Just a tiny bit.
Any shade, any value, any color you want. Painting is very individual.
We sort of slip it in under the line.
Should paint what they see and what they feel.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you ready? Now we have to decide where in our world here that our little covered bridge lives. Put a few little sticks.
That's smart, putting the sticks in that. I also wanted to move that. Make that one 60 and that one 40. No, 25. 25, 65 maybe. Maybe I keep it 55. We'll keep it 55. That's fine. I really don't like the horizontal lines. It's fine. I think I made it better. I think I improved it. And then what did he... Adding in some sticks real quick. Probably around about that color. Then make it like a 6-ish. Nope, too thick. 3.
sticks in that bush. It just looked like it needed one. Now, if our bridge is right here,
I'm gonna add a little bit. It's more than just this one. And I'll add one to that one too. Okay, good enough.
Let's decide right in here. Probably one of the easiest ways. Well, let's see, there's not much paint on there, but I was trying to scrape off the paint so you could see. I'll use a little color. Let me put a little color on there. It's just sort of to lay out the basic idea. See, that's all there is.
We want
okay.
a little house.
Now try this.
A little house.
I know sometimes these little buildings are sort of hard to do. Does that make sense? Just lay out the basic shape of the building.
And we want our little house to be a little bit like, I don't know. There. God damn it.
All right, let's take a little of that brown we made. See, okay. Now here's our bridge. Just like building a cabin, only it's got a huge door in front. I'm using a little Van Dyke brown here and there. I want a darker brown. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's put something up here on the roof. There.
Yeah, okay. Go in with like that. No, a little bit of that. That. That's probably good. That doesn't look great. Hold on. Round about there. color. And I'm gonna do this.
And over in here, look at there, that's all there is to it. Now, let's make us up some highlight color. We'll use some brown, some white, and I'm getting some yellow ochre, maybe even a little red here and there.
Okay.
There. A little dark sienna. Ooh, that's getting better. A little bit more of the brown. Yes, yes. See, it just gets feeling good, and you know you got it right. Now,
Do I?
I get our little roll of paint. Always that little roll of paint.
Okay.
And let's begin picking out little individual things in here. See, we can just, maybe there's some little boards. There they are.
Yeah, okay. I hate it. No. Wow. I accidentally opened up something. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. Like that?
Just some little dooders like that. A little bit of our Van Dyke brown. There.
Okay, and then I go back to this color. Okay. That seems good enough, at least.
Okay, now at the top of this, some of the old covered bridges had a little area that was open, so the air could get through, I guess. See there? So that's all we got to do to put that in there. Now, up here on the front, yeah, I'll make it a little lighter. That's better. I like that better already. I can tell looking at it on the knife. We'll just do the same basic thing. See, just let that color mix with what's on there.
Just a second. Let me make this look like it was painted again. Good enough. And then he wants me to do the same thing from earlier. Shoot. What's the full color? That's the full color. Send me back. Okay. Okay. It keeps going across the whole thing, right? I just joined and you had drawn this during...
At the door. We'll go back and get it.
I just joined, and had you drawn this during 2021 or so, people would have gone crazy due to Among Us. They would have? What's Among Us? Not of what's Among Us, but what in this painting is Among Us? What's reminding you of Among Us?
We'll come back and pull that little door right out of there. No big deal.
The shape of the hut before you put in the wood? You mean just like... I mean, just like that? I don't know if people would have gone crazy for that. However, I will agree that people probably would have gone crazy if there was a circle there. Then people were like, oh my God, Among Us! Or if there's like a window that I add in, and I'm like, wow, 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 look at that. Then I could see people making Among Us jokes, for sure. I can see it. I can see it. Okay. We're going to come in with this. Okay. Also, I heard he was a soldier and then vowed to never raise his voice after leaving the military. He was he was a Navy soldier. I didn't hear about vowing to never raise his voice. I'm not going to say that's not true or anything. I just don't know about that. But I do know that he was a part of the Navy. I know that's true. What if I try to like... maybe on a smaller scale. That looks way better, doesn't it? Maybe it doesn't. I think I like it when it's like controlled. I don't want to like wiggle it. I just want to... Just little bits. We don't want anything too extreme. That looks good. Yeah, looks all right.
There we are.
Not quite as much white as he has, but that's okay.
Okay. Something about my cat.
Yeah, his is a lot more white.
Now I'm going to very gently, just enough to pull the paint a little bit. Move it just enough. Like it. Just that much. It's all we're looking for. A little bit of the Van Dyke brown. And we can go back in here, darken up these areas. There you are. You can also wait till this paint dries and go back in there and put all kinds of details in it. You can use glazes and stuff when it dries. By glaze, I mean you just take a little linseed oil and paint thinner, mix it with a color, transparent color, and wash right over it. Putting a little touch of white in there just to brighten it here and there so it shows up. Okay, this old bridge.
No, it's not like that. It's more like that. Okay. Okay. I think that's okay. That'll do.
Looks like me, it's about to fall down. All right, now decide where the entrance is. Use a little Van Dyke. See there? That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. That easy.
Okay.
All right.
We take that, gosh.
Something about like so. Now for the top, let's take a little white.
Thicker. And make us a door.
place to work here. I about used up all my area. Take a little white, a little bit of midnight black. I want to make a gray color, just black and white. Leave it marbled, a little roll of paint, and let's just go down here.
Stop leaving things marbled.
And just here and there, let it graze. Just let it graze. Something over here, like so. Well, that old bridge looks like it's seen its better day, hadn't it? There we are. Now we can just come in here. And I want to make it look like you can see back in there. So just by changing the angle of the paint, you can do that.
Just a little bit of the lighter color. I can't marble it, so I have to do it myself. All right. And then take this. We're going to do this. I'm going to drop the density of paint. Oh, I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Just so we know which direction that's going in. And then we can take this color, and we can change the direction paint is going in, as he described. I accidentally pulled my thing off the... that. Okay, okay.
See, now you can see right back in that bridge. Now then, we'll take a little liquid white. Maybe over in here we can see the indication of a few little rails and stuff that go back into the distance. The little road that goes through, it goes back in those woods there. We don't know where it goes.
Ah, he did a thing and I wasn't watching.
See, now you can see right back in that bridge. Now then, we'll take a little liquid white. Maybe over in here we can see the indication of a few little rails and stuff that go back into the distance. The little road that goes through.
Okay. that. And then we get a little something like this. And we can do that. Let's just take a small rough eraser. Instead. Like that. Really interesting cabin texture. Yeah, I had to... It's still very much, you know... I had to do what I could. So I used, like, the fingertip here to, for example, like, pull it like that. But I just can't get the kind of... You know, he's just using the side of his paint knife.
It goes back in those woods there. We don't know where it goes. You could take a small knife, a little bit of...
I'm gonna make this little picket fence thinner. That is not what I wanted. Yeah. That's better. Maybe said it's like 70. Yeah.
Black. Put the indication of a few little stones and stuff out here that this is setting on. Just do a cabinectomy. Anything that you don't want, you turn into part of the reflection that's underneath. See? Smooth it right out. That easy. Now it's just the reflection.
Okay.
All right.
No, hold on. No, you can't move on that fast. Let's see if paint, turn that up. Okay.
We'll grab this brush.
Got a little, it's cool though. Thank you.
Now then, we need some soil, some dirt for it to settle. And I think we had something about like this. About like that. We'll just put this in with brown, little black.
Like that? No. Darker, less saturated. Yeah. More like that. Let's do that as like a basis. Don't forget to save your projects every so often, lest you lose them. Yes. Okay. I'd also like to grab this. Okay. Let's do this to even it out a little bit. Okay.
Back in it.
Something like that.
Brown we made with the alizarin crimson and the sap green and a little midnight black. That's all we're using. There.
Gotcha.
In one of the early series, we did a covered bridge that you could see all the way through and see the trees and stuff on the other side. That's a little more difficult, but it's a lot more fun to do. It is a challenge. Okay, there we go. See, all we're doing here is just blocking in color. As I mentioned earlier, there's not much of that water going to show. Most of it's gone away. Most of it has gone away. There. Okay, had a little bush right there. There we are, just a little bush. It lives right here by the water. That'd be a nice view. You could see all the cars come through. There. We filmed the show in Muncie, Indiana. And in this area, there's a lot of covered bridges left. Some of them are absolutely gorgeous. In a little town called Matthews, they have a covered bridge festival every year that I've painted at several times.
Let's go a little darker. That's what I like to see. Adjust the density and amount of paint, and you can start to blend it a little more. Yeah, and then he said, just do a little bush.
Very nice town. Wonderful people. All right. Now then, let's go back to our little brush. It had some of the colors on it. And we'll go into all the yellows and the reds and here and there.
Okay.
A little bit of green. Mix color on your brush though. That way it's not dead. There's a lot of things happening right here in your brush. Okay, let's go up in here. Now then, decide where all these little duders live. And we'll just start laying them in here. Just think about the lay of the land. All right.
Okey-dokey. Let's draw both of those and make it bigger. No. Maybe I dropped that really low and then dropped it like that. I think I just have to use a smaller brush. Then I can do like oops, that was not the bottom of the page like I thought it was, it would seem. I'm going to get this a little brighter. Okay. Let's do that. Something like that. Looking good, thank you. I'm doing my best.
White, a little brown, a little black to make it gray. And let's start bringing that out. All right. A little more of the brown and white here. Didn't mix up enough. I have to sort of figure out where the road's at that comes out of here. There we are. See there? Is that easy? Oh, road's just coming towards you.
All right.
Let it get bigger and bigger as it comes towards you. That's all there is to it. Barely touching. It's like putting snow on the mountain. No pressure. Absolutely no pressure. Save the pressure for later. All right. We go back.
And methinks I would like it to curve a little more, like so. Okay.
Try a little. I'm gonna put a little touch of liquid white, just a little touch to thin the paint, make it a little brighter. Little green, all the yellows, little red here and there. Ooh, nice color. Now then we can go in here and just begin tapping in.
Okay. Let's be patient here. What if I did like that? And then we Okay. That's good enough, I think. And then I need more of the yellow stuff. Ah, I keep losing my mouse. Yellow? Yellow. Yellow.
Little grassy things.
Yeah.
See there how easy that is?
Things.
Nothing to it. But think about the lay of the land, how you want the land to actually flow here. How you want it to flow. There we are. All right. And off you go. Just make layers and layers and layers. Isn't that neat? You can do that. This little bush right here, he needs some gooders on him too. See, that's all you need. Just to make him stand out as an individual. There. Maybe there's a little.
Oh man. He's so fast. Oh gosh dang it, I did all that under the wrong one. Whatever. Do that. Bring it back, 45. And then in here.
Recessed area.
Oh man, okay. We want the little recessed area, of course, of course. Coming with this. Okay. Then we have a little bit on this guy. That's the 45. I want the 80. Let's add some brighter yellow to this one. Yeah, you know what? Good enough.
Area right in there. See, that little bush now has his own home. You don't have to be crazy to do this, but it helps. With a little practice, though, you'll begin to see things in your painting. You'll see fantastic things in your world. Look at them. Just look. Pay attention to nature. Nature is so fantastic. Start when you're out driving around. Look at trees. Look at bushes and stuff. Look at how they have form and shape, color. That's when it gets wonderful. I get letters from fantastic people every day, all over the world. And they tell me that all of a sudden they're beginning to see nature. That they've looked at it for many, many years, but they didn't really see it till they started painting. And I guarantee you, if you paint, you will find, you'll find a whole new treasure, maybe right in your yard. I'll brighten that a little bit. Let's take a little brown and white. Just tap in some nice edges on the doorway here. Now you could get crazy and put one.
I could get crazy, you say. I don't even know what crazy is anymore. I'm just so crazied out, you know. Okay. Let's save that. Don't forget to save. Don't forget to save. Saving is good. Saving stops your projects from disappearing forever. Helps stop that. It's, you know, far from a guarantee or anything. Let's just get a little bit of blend. It's a little too dotty, you know? Oh! Accident. Wrong one. Okay. And then he said a little bit of white. A little bit of white on the door frame. make it stand out a little bit.
Windows in here. Some of these old covered bridges have windows in them. It's up to you. You can do all kinds of things in yours. It's really and truly up to you. I think we've about got this one to where you can see exactly how the little opening was made. There. And as I mentioned over and over on the shows, if you have time to take a picture of what you're doing, send to us. We'd love to see it here at the station. Drop us a line. You can drop it to the address on the end of the show. They'll send it to me. And I'd love to see what you're doing and what kind of success you're having. That really makes it all worthwhile. You put a few little sticks and things in here. Basically, I think we about have a finished painting. Take a little paint thinner, a little red. Let's sign this rascal. We'll call it done.
Hold on. Hold it right there, good sir. Oh, that looks bad. That's all right. I actually liked that part, but not that part. I think just like a one little thing over here. I don't know that I like all that. Okay.
Mention over and over on the shows. If you have time to take a picture of what you're doing, send to us. We'd love to see it here at the station. Drop us a line. You can drop it to the address on the end of the show. They'll send it to me. And I'd love to see what you're doing and what kind of success you're having. That really makes it all worthwhile. You put a few little sticks and things in here. Basically, I think we about have a finished painting. Take a little paint thinner, a little red. Let's sign this rascal. We'll call it done. Hope you've enjoyed seeing how the little opening was made, and I hope you give it a try. And from all of us here,
I did.
I'd like to wish you happy painting.
I did, Bob.
God bless, my friend.
Okay. I want to... Let me make a correction later. Nice bush, thank you. Oops. Let's... I guess I have to do this anyway. Wait, that's the wrong one. I want a hue saturation. Just a little bit. Okay. Oh, my phone died. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
All I am is a little Discord kitten.
Oops. Ignore that. Ignore that. Bam. Boom. Okay. We're gonna finish it off like this. Okay, that's too thin. Nope, I hate it all. I hate all of it. Nope. Okay. make it a little smaller. And I will call that done. He signed it in red. I might as well do the same. I'll sign it up here, though. I'll sign it up here instead. I hate double N's. Why did I make my name double N? God damn it, I'm being too gentle. Ay. The K looks terrible, though. That's what it's supposed to look like. I accidentally made it J. Hold on. That's more recognizable as a K. Okay. Yep, good enough. Very good. Sweet. Amazing. Okay. All right. Let me look. This is the end result. Yeah, I like it. It looks pretty nice. Oy. It looks better from a distance. If you're like up close and inspecting it, I can find like a million things that I don't like. But from afar, it looks pretty good. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. No more. No more. I want to change it, but I shouldn't. That's good. Everything looks better from a distance. That's how things work. Incorrect. Though generally I agree. Generally true, but not always true. You did, wow, actually really good. Oh, thank you. Very good though. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your praise. You should totally post that. I will. I will. All right. Well, that's stream. Thanks for watching. I would go back to my other screen, but my phone is dead, so I can't like wibble wobble in front of you and be a VTuber. So you're gonna get the PNG tuber treatment. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging. Oops, I accidentally did a thing. Okay, it's fine. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Bye. I almost sent you to the wrong screen. Goodbye.